Flashy, cashy, that's right. So this is what I'm talking about. You know, when somebody makes a game, not like Rainbow Six Vegas 2, where a game, they make a game and they charge you $60 for it. And then it's nothing more than like a download. This is what a $60 game looks like. Heads up there in this fucking world.
The best game that I have played in the past 10 years. This is a game that's full of violence, full of explosions, full of lovely ladies of the night, and in good old true GTA fashion.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Where do you get that in a video game? Does that make any sense at all? Ass bending over with the curvatures right here. Who gets that? Who gets that kind of detail? That's some real shit right in the club. You know what I'm saying? The color, the ambiance. That's a fucking $60 game. That's what a $60 game is.
It's also full of lots of jokes and inside commentary. Oh, yeah. This is... Oh. Nico Bellic is the main character in GTA, but the real star is the city. Liberty City is based off of New York. And you'll see a lot of famous landmarks from, you know, the Brooklyn Bridge to the Empire State Building to the Statue of Liberty, but each with their own little twists that make them kind of a part of the GTA universe rather than being actual New York. And there's just an incredible amount of detail in the city. From the pedestrians that you see walking around, you know, if you just walk around the city, you won't really see the same person twice. There's so much variety.
This dude better watch himself!
The combat in GTA 4 has been greatly improved from what we saw in San Andreas and other Grand Theft Auto games in the past. Now the biggest change is to the targeting system and with the addition of a cover system. The cover system is a really big part of the game though, and it's not...
Well, cover system, I know it's a big part of the game, and you know, even though it's in third person, and I'm not a third person guy, but with the amount of detail and the biggest playground to play in, it's kind of like Battlefield 2 with big maps and they're in the city. It's kind of like an urban Battlefield, but Street Wars. I mean, I don't really care for a cover system because, you know, fags like to camp. That's, you know, okay, but it's a big enough city that I could deal with it.
Something artificial where, you know, it says, oh, here's this one block you can get behind. Pretty much the entire city is open, so anything you can see you can get behind. If you want to drive a car into an area where there's a bunch of gang members, swerve it around, hop out of the car, and just use it as cover, you can do that. You can blind fire even with an RPG, you know, you can pop and shoot, and the enemies will actually use cover too, so the AI is a lot smarter than it used to be. The visuals are so much stronger than they've been in any GTA game in the past. Now, obviously, this is the first GTA game on the new generation of consoles, and Rockstar has really made use of it. Everything runs a lot better. You don't have a ton of the frame rate issues that used to plague the game in the past. There aren't a lot of bugs either in the game. It just looks gorgeous. Whether you're looking at the 360 version or the PS3 version, you see so much detail in the environments, and especially at night.
Details in environments. See, that's what I'm talking about. You notice that is more details to the environment now. You know, like Call of Duty 4 and games like that that are pioneering the environment that tricks the human's eye. You know, so it's harder for you to, you know, calibrate an aim. It's more realistic.
City just lights up, and it really is like New York, you know. In the day, it looks alright. It's just kind of a big crowded city, but when you get in the nighttime, especially say if you're taking a helicopter ride and you look down at the city, it really is a marvel of architecture. Then on top of all this great stuff in the single-player campaign, which will take you anywhere from 30 to 45 hours to complete, you've also got multiplayer. And
now let's talk about multiplayer. That's the only reason I buy any game, is the multiplayer. Now, listen to how excited this guy is about the multiplayer. The guy is like, cannot believe how great the multiplayer is, and he's saying the game should be a $300 game. That's the quality that's behind the craftsmanship in this game.
The multiplayer is ridiculous because it's 16 people online in Liberty City with the entire city open. The cops can be on, the pedestrians can be on, the traffic can be on, everything.
So listen to that. you could turn on everything in the city, so it's just not 16 guys running around and shit. So like, you could fucking probably grab somebody as a hostage and shit. Cops get involved in between your game. 8 on 8. The cops got to get involved. So it's like you got to deal with all that, and you can use them to your advantage against the other team.
That you experience in the single-player game, minus the storyline.
Fucking give somebody a beat down.
16 people to play it.
This is what I like.
All the
Fucking check that shit out. You could be a group of you could be in a car. Which they took that out of Battlefield Bad Company. I don't know why. I miss car bombs and being in cars and shooting at other people. But you and your guys, your team, could roll up in a vehicle and just start fucking spraying somebody.
It is really inventive and really fun, and just
sick,
living
dude.
in that city with so much going on, it's a true feat, a true technical feat.
True technical feat. Now you can see this guy right here. He's got AK in his hand.
And even if
it's in third person. You got a good aim on it. So you gotta get the third, so your right side is open. I don't know if you can switch from right to left, but the map's in the bottom left hand corner, ammo's in the right.
the single player wasn't that great, the multiplayer is enough to make GTA 4 worth buying. It's been nearly a decade since.
So basically the guy, they said out of 10 years, IGN hasn't given anybody a 10 out of 10. So, I mean, if it hasn't been 10 years since this company gave somebody a 10 out of 10.
IGN gave any game a 10, but there's a reason why that's changed now. GTA 4 is simply one of the best games I've ever seen. The single player has an incredible amount of depth. The city is absolutely stunning to just walk around in. And the multiplayer is one of the best that I've ever seen as well. As an entire package for only $60, whether you buy it on 360 or PS3, you're getting a game that probably is worth spending $300 on. Certainly worth picking up, definitely the best of the series, and easily a contender for Game of the Year.
Fucking tight. So I say it's good to go.